Scorpio. So it's September. I was MIA in August, went through a lot, but I'm back. I'm finally home. I'm actually at my family's right now. So I'm just gonna light a little bit of Palo Santo. I'm gonna do a 4 card spread today, and then there are 7 oracle decks that I'm pulling after that. So the messages have been pretty spot on, and the majority of the readings were 20 to 30 minutes long. So let's see what we got going on here. All right. As my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, and my ancestors, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give Scorpio the message that is in their highest good today. There's an energy of you guys kind of like not being sure of yourselves. Like 1 step forward, 2 steps back type of feeling. Right, the first card is going to be the card that represents you and what you bring to the situation, with the energy of you and this other person. You're already doing what you can to bring you both into union. You might actually be like, I listen to Abraham Hicks, and she talks about manifestation and the ability to push a manifestation away by focusing on it so much. Like the attachment to the outcome is so intense that it's actually manifesting the outcome that you don't want. So there needs to be an awareness of that, like waiting to hear from someone, or just like focusing so much so on that energy that it's like keeping it from you. And the second card represents them, represents their energy with you. They are way less serious than you. Like she's sitting in a champagne glass. Like, so there could be celebrations, like they're just like trying to enjoy life and not be so serious and find the good in things. And the fun. Find the fun. Find the fun in things. What is the dynamic between Scorpio and their person, please? What is the dynamic between Scorpio and their person, please? See, this is like the kind of a collective energy, I feel like, for the entire collective. But you're both really looking at what it is that makes you who you are. And you're mirroring each other. It's almost like the dynamic between you two is like what one, this is kind of like the dynamic of like what would be like a perfect partnership, is like what one brings to the table, the other one struggles with. And while that one struggles with whatever the partner brings to the table, they have a strength that the other one struggles with. So it's like a perfect yin and yang. What's the insight for Scorpio with their person right now, please? What do they need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? Divine timing's at play with you guys right now. I mean, it's at play with all of us, but there's like, who else got this card? Was it Aries? I feel like Aries got this card too. If you look at both these cards, right? Like they've got like their eye on the prize. Like I look at it like, okay, this is where, like literally this is how I would look at it. Is like this, like a continued, yeah, a continued image, right? Only it would be like this. So they see where their path is and where they need to go. And so it's the insight that's coming through with this, is that both of you are on like a sacred path, and there's divine timing, and you're very, very focused on that. And it's causing a little bit of darkness around you right now. And you're putting all of your eggs in the basket, like once I reach this level of awareness or this level in my career or whatever it is for you, then I'm gonna reach this light at the end of the tunnel. And it's kind of like their insight for you is that they need you to be reminded to kind of take on the energy of this other person, to have fun on it, because it's not the end result that counts. It's the journey. It's the way that you handle the journey. It's your perspective on the journey, because your perspectives are based off of past experiences. So there's a lot of healing that you're doing, and there's something within you that you're doing that's been a pattern for you that you need to let go of. Okay. Wow. We are going to do these ones next. Give me a message for Scorpio, please. Slippery. I got these when I first started buying decks around this time last year. July, probably, August. Yeah, it was about this time last year. And I never really used them, but I just kind of started doing love readings very recently. Something that I was never drawn to. I'm never going to do love readings, I said. And then Spirit drew me to do the love readings. So here I am. And then I was drawn to pull these cards. And it turns out these are kind of like sleeper love reading cards. So I'm excited to use them for the love readings from now on. Can you give me a message for Scorpio, please? Wow. So you're able to defend yourself in an honorable way without hurting people close to you. And with that, with that capability, you have the ability to transcend failure and move into a future that's limitless for you. And that's like, in regards to the relationship, it's like there's something you're viewing with this relationship as a failure, and it has you like, you got porcupine spirit, right? So porcupines, like, if you get too close to them or you're not careful, you can get hurt. For a long time, you've had that energy of like, if people aren't careful, they could get hurt around you, and you're now learning how to transcend through what you see as failure and move into a future that you see as limitless. And this person has a lot to do with that, and however that resonates with you. And I usually stop there, but they want me to keep going, so okay. I'll bite. Alright, wow, okay. So there's a decision that you're wanting to make in regards to this person, and right now you're like on the fence about it. This is the cheetah card, and like I'm seeing a cheetah that's like hunkered down in the grass, and it's waiting for the right time to pounce. And that's kind of like once this decision is made, it's going to be followed by unwavering action, and it's going to have a lot to do with the union of the two coming together. So for right now, whomever I'm reading for, like, this is an energy of like you're not with them, you're separated. Message for Scorpio, please. You guys are like lost in your thoughts. Like I spaced out for a minute just now. That was weird. You're using the energy around you to manifest. Like, that was weird. You're using it to manifest, and like it's almost like you're waiting for the tide to come in. You know, that there are specific times in the day when the tide goes in and the tide comes out, and it affects the external reality of things. And right now, something's affected because the tide hasn't come back in. And whatever that is, when the tide comes back in, it's bringing something to you, um, where you feel like you've got an escape from captivity, like you get out of restriction from this. I'm hearing it's a way of being for you. Like when this tide comes through and like clears this energy, it's like a new way of being for you. Because right now you've got yourself in a literal soul cage, right? Like it's a new way of being for you. And you're still on the fence about it, right? Like how I said the cheetah, like in the grass, hunting but not yet pounced. You're on the fence about it, but once you finally reach that decision, there's not going to be there's not going to be like a going back for you. Message for Scorpio. Message for Scorpio. And you guys are feeling like really like tired, like eyes heavy, trying to work through things. Yeah, so when this new way of being comes through, you're gonna have like an aha moment, and the things that you were conditioned to believe and live by, you're gonna see through the facade of why they were there in the first place. And you're gonna see that the only option for you to find this happiness, because you're feeling so like pulled away from them, is to come forward and make some sort of gesture. And it's because there's a seriously strong attraction, like it's magnetic for you. I feel like you're watching this person, Scorpio, like really closely. This is like a twin flame for you, Scorpio. That's why there's such a magnetic pull. Choose to forgive in order to heal. There's a need for you to regard light and to see that love has no boundaries. Because like look how it's the the trifecta, the trine. Then you've got the roses, the red roses, and the twins, which is like a sacred vision. And you're seeing them like in your dreams. You're probably dreaming about them. And honestly, I'm just going to tell you guys right now because somebody needs to hear this. If you're dreaming and you look away and you look back and things are totally distorted or different, you're dreaming. But if you look away and you look back at something or someone and they're still there, you're in the astral plane. And that's the difference between dreaming and being in the astral. And you've been astrally traveling to this person. Like, you guys have been meeting in the astral. And it's saying that these goals and these dreams, this timeline that you've been on in the astral, is becoming a reality, but you have to stay focused. Because that magic is literally manifesting. This is my Miracle Oracle deck. Like the Miracle deck. Just named it. I'm not really quite sure who came up with it, but I'm like, okay, I guess that's the name. That's what we're going with. Sweet. Alright. Give me a message for Scorpio, please. Yellow lip. So, first off, they want you to know divine timing is at play. And again, hold your vibration. Hold your vibration. With whatever magic that you're manifesting with this person, hold your vibration. See it as the reality you want, not as the reality currently is. They need you to remember that judgment is ego's best friend. Okay? Don't let yourself get into ego. Ego is going to give you fear. It's going to tell you all these things that are not true. It will make you question yourself. Source is not the author of unknowing sense of self. Source is never going to make you question yourself. They want you to remember that you cannot pour an ocean into a teacup. What is meant for another may not be what carries your waves. Okay? You may be doing things, living your life through a certain okay, so it's like we've got families, right? And all of us have eaten the same things because it was passed down in our families, like these recipes and all these things. And then there's also a pattern of families that have like cancer or something, like some sort of cancer or something like that. And this is really, it seems random, but I don't think they want somebody to hear this. There is a correlation between the family sicknesses and what the family is eating. And this is kind of what they're trying to get through to you, is that like, just because your family has eaten this meal your entire life and everyone gets sick from the same ailments doesn't mean that you need to eat it because it's a family tradition, right? And maybe that was a weird analogy. I don't know who that was for. But do not try to pour an ocean into a teacup, meaning that you are not meant to fit into the confines of what another expects you to be, because a lot of times people are projecting their self worries, their self-hatred, their what they see as their self-failures onto others, and their opinions and their ideas of what could go wrong are based off of past experiences with them. So I don't that was definitely to me completely off. That was for somebody. Hopefully you guys get that. They want you to recondition who you were told to be, and they need you to remember who you truly are. And there's nothing wrong with what is felt or viewed so long as it's not hindering the growth necessary for you to come into your soul path. All right? And duality is a conditioned response, meaning there is nothing wrong with what is felt or viewed so long as it doesn't hinder the growth. You're seeing duality in some aspect of your life, maybe it's somebody or yourself, and it's hindering that growth for you. And like I said, you're coming into a new version of self, and you're getting DNA upgrades. They're healing and rewriting belief systems that no longer serve you. Okay. And this is the unilum, which is a totally blanking on the word that I'm trying to look for. Symbol, thank you, of the awakening process. And I can't always remember exactly how it goes, so I'm just going to leave it at that. It's called the Unilome if you would like to look it up. Now we are going to do the heart oracle. I don't actually know what this is called. I just call it the heart oracle because it's shaped like a heart. My friend Trish got me this. She got a couple of us, her daughter, and then another one of our friends got all of us these little heart rose quartz. So it is the very special rock that goes on that. Shout out to Trish. She's not even a Scorpio, so she probably won't see this one still. That's amazing. Thank you, Trish. All right, so it's important right now to take a step back and spend time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is a time to give to yourself. Acceptance is a key at inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. And let there be closeness between you, but always give each other peace. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So right now, you need to get more into your feminine energy, Scorpio, whether you're a male or a female. The female energy, the divine feminine energy, allows things to happen. So there is a need for you to step back and let everything that you manifested come into fruition. And that means that your energy needs to stop so that the energy around you can come to you. If you spend all that time chasing it, it is always going to elude you. Physics. I know. Son of a bitch. All right. So I've pulled out all my cards for you guys. I'm doing the Rebel deck, the couples edition for you guys. These ones are, we've got some cussing and all that, but it's cool. Whatever. You know, I'm cuss. We're adults here. So, fuck it, right? Okay. What's the messages for Scorpio, please? Nothing. Flip? Okay. If you want shit to be different, you need to change yourself first. Then keep that shit to yourself. I love being criticized, said no one ever. Okay, this isn't towards anyone else. This is you. These two cards right here, as like light and fun as they are, say a lot, okay? You want things to be different within you, but you're criticizing yourself. You're putting yourself down. The speech and the things that you say to yourself, Scorpio, I don't know why I almost said Taurus. You might be dealing with a Taurus, weird, is what matters the most. So when you want shit to be different, you have to change yourself first. All right? And don't even think it. Don't even think the shit that's going through your mind because you're criticizing yourself right now and it's not helping you. All right, and I didn't do this with Sagittarius. Really sorry, guys. I'm going to give you guys another reading after I do all these, so don't hate me. But this is going to be I'm going to pull 3 cards off the top, and these are signs that you may or may not be dealing with, okay? All right, we got Capricorn, Virgo, and Cancer. All right, Capricorn, Virgo, and Cancer. That was your reading, guys. I really hope this helped you. There's a lot of inner work that needs to be done before you can come into union with your divine counterpart. So I would work on self first and put yourself at the forefront. And you're also going to mirror to you what you're doing. So if you put yourself at the forefront and you're healthy and you're taking care of yourself, you're going to mirror to you someone that does that as well. All right. I love you guys. Namaste. Bye-bye.